In this video we're going to be solving three variable equations, so x and y and z. So in order to solve the three variable systems, use what you know from solving systems of equations. So we're going to be using elimination a lot in this. Okay, so your first step is to pick a variable to eliminate in two separate equations. So pick variable to eliminate. Alright, so I'm going to look at my x's, y's, and z's. It looks like my y's could match up pretty easily, so I'm going to pick y's to eliminate. So I'm going to label here star, heart, square. So I'm going to pick two of them. Let's pick star and square first. And I'm eliminating y. Okay, so to eliminate y, one of them needs to be negative. So I'm going to multiply an entire row by -1. So it becomes negative 2x minus y minus 3z past my equal sign, so -5, and I'm going to drop my untouched equation right underneath it. So when I add going down, I get x, my y's cancel, and 3. Now I need to pick two different equations, eliminate the same variable. So now I could pick star and heart and eliminate y again. So to eliminate y, I need to multiply this by -2, so it's the same number, one positive, one negative. So negative 6x minus 2y minus 4z negative 16. Drop my untouched equation right underneath it. Add going down, I get negative 5x, y's canceling. Okay, then my last round of elimination. So once you eliminate, pick variable to eliminate twice, I guess we could say. Then use those equations and eliminate another variable. Use two new equations and eliminate new variable. So now I'm going to put these on top of each other. So x minus z, negative 5x minus 5z equals negative 15. So if I want to eliminate x, I'd have to multiply this by 5. So I would get 5x minus 5z is equal to 15. Drop my untouched underneath it. When I add, my x's cancel, I get a negative 10z equals 0. Divide by negative 10, so I'm going to get my z to equal 0. Now I can plug this in to one of my two variable equations. So plug answer into two variable equation and solve. So if I pick the left one, looks easier, so x minus z equals 3. So x minus my z represents 0. So really x is equal to 3. Now we take those and plug it into my three variable equation. Doesn't matter which one. So if I pick that middle one there, I've got my x value now plus 2y minus z represents 0, and we're just going to solve for y now. So subtract 3, divide by 2, y is equal to -1, and then we write this in alphabetical order, so it goes x, y, z. Alright, let's go ahead and eliminate x's. So star, heart, square, I pick x. Let's do heart and square first. So I need to multiply one of them by a -1. So I get negative 2x plus 3y plus 4z equals negative 12. Drop my untouched underneath it. Add going down, my x's cancel, I get a 6y minus 2z is equal to 30. Now I eliminate the same variable, picking a different equation. So I could pick star and heart this time. So x minus 6y plus 2z is equal to negative 24. And 2x minus 3y minus 4z is equal to 12. So eliminating the same variable, x, so I need to multiply by negative 2, so I get a negative 2x plus 12y minus 4z is equal to a positive 48. Add going down, x's cancel, I get a 9y minus 8z is equal to 60. And now I can match them because they're both in terms of the same variable. That's why we eliminate the same variable. So I've got 9y minus 8z is equal to 60. Let's go ahead and eliminate z so I can multiply him by negative 4. So I'd get negative 24y plus 8z is equal to negative 120. So I'm going to get a negative 15y. The z's cancel. Negative 60. Divide by negative 15. So my y is going to represent 12. I plug it into one of my two variables. Doesn't matter which one. I could plug it into this one here. So 9 times 12 minus 8z equals 60. So 9 times 12 gets me 108. Subtract 108. Is negative 48 divided by negative 8. We get z to be 6. Then we plug it into one of the three variables. So if I pick my top one up there, I got x minus 6 times my y, which is 12, plus 2 times my z is equal to negative 24. Ooh, negative 24. So x minus 6 times 12 is 72 plus 12. So negative 72 plus 12 gets me negative 60. Add 60 to both sides. X is going to equal 36. Uh-oh, something happened. Okay, 60 divided by 15 is actually 4. So I'm going to go back to the step of plugging it into my double variable up here. I'm going to erase it. Because my numbers were way too big. So let's replug this 4 back in and solve. So I get 36 minus 8z equals 60. If I subtract 36, I get 24. Divide by negative 8. I get negative 3. And now we're going to plug that into a triple variable. So I would get x minus 6 times 4 plus 2 times negative 3 is equal to negative 24. So negative 6 times 4 plus 2 times negative 3, I get negative 30. So it's supposed to say negative 24. Alright, and then if I add 30, I get x to be 6. So I do x, y, z. That's better. So you can see you can mess up pretty easily on these ones. Okay, my next one. Let's go ahead and eliminate z's. So let's go ahead and do star and heart first. Because I don't even have to do anything to eliminate them. I get 3x minus y is equal to 8. And then we could do, let's do heart and square. So I have to multiply him by 3. So I get 6x plus 3y minus 3z is equal to 0. Drop my untouched underneath it. So 9x minus 3y is equal to 24. We match them. So we can multiply this top by negative 3 to eliminate x's if we wanted to. So I'd get negative 9x plus 3y is equal to negative 24. Oops, untouched underneath it. When I add going down, negative 9x plus 9x gets me 0. 3y plus negative 3y gets me 0. Negative 24 plus 24 gets me 0. So this one is actually infinitely many solutions. Okay, because 0 equals 0. All right, my next one. Okay, so let's say we want to eliminate x's in this. So I can eliminate the x's in this one. So if I do star, heart, square, it picked x's, star, and heart, because the x is already eliminated in this one. So I actually have to do one less round of elimination if I pick this x. So 2x plus z is equal to 16. X minus 2y is equal to 14. So we need to multiply this one by negative 2. So negative 2x plus 4y is equal to negative 28. Add going down, x's eliminate. I get a 5z is equal to negative 12. I made a mistake because I accidentally added my y's and z's. Okay, so this is why you want to have placeholders. So if you do x, y, and then z, so I have 2x plus, there is no y, plus z is equal to 16. So then I got this plus z is equal to 14. Now when I do it, it'll be a little better. So I'm still going to multiply this by negative 2, so I'll get a negative 2x plus 4y plus 0 is equal to negative 28. To put my untouched underneath it, so now they actually line up, so you don't make the mistake I just did. When I add going down, my x's cancel. I get 4y plus z is equal to negative 12, and then I can match it with this other equation because they're both in terms of y's and z's. So if I want to eliminate z's, all I have to do is multiply by a negative, so a negative 2y minus z is equal to negative 12. Drop my untouched underneath it. So I get 2y is equal to negative 24. Divide by 2. I get a negative 12 here. Okay, and then we can plop it into one of them that has a y. So x minus 2 times negative 12 is equal to 14. So x plus 24 is equal to 14. If I subtract 14, ooh, I did it in my head too fast. If I subtract 24, I'd get negative 10. And then now I plug it into one that has the z that I need to solve. So I could do 2 times negative 10 plus z is equal to 16. So negative 20 plus z is equal to 16. Add 20, we're getting 36. So x, y, z. All right, we could eliminate, let's do z's. So I could do heart and square. So eliminating z's, he'd be multiplying by 2, so I'd get a 6x plus 2y plus 2z is equal to 24. Drop my untouched underneath it. So I'd get 10x minus 6y is equal to 40. Pick two new ones. So I could do star and heart. Oh no, let's do star and square. So 2x minus 4y minus z is equal to 10, and 3x plus y plus z is equal to 12, because now I don't have to do anything. I've got a 5x minus 3y is equal to 22. So I had to multiply. Let's get rid of my x's, so multiply by negative 2. So negative 10x plus 6y is equal to negative 44. Drop my untouched underneath it. add going down, my left side cancels, so I have 0, and then I've got a negative 4 left, so this one is actually no solution. Okay, my last one here, let's go ahead and do z's, because I get them to be all the same number pretty easily. So we could do heart and star first. So I'd have to multiply him by a negative 4 to get it to be a positive 4 and a 4. So I get a negative 8x minus 12y plus 4z equals 0. Drop my untouched underneath it. So I get a negative 7x minus 14y is equal to 14. Let's go ahead and do heart and square. So we're eliminating z again. So I'm going to multiply by negative 2. So I get a negative 2x plus 4y plus 8z is equal to negative 28. So x plus 5y is equal to negative 11. So x plus 5y is equal to negative 11. Ooh, this one stinks. Oh, no, we can just do this. Multiply by a 7 here. 7x plus 35y is equal to negative 55. Add, we got on this left side 21y and negative 41. Just kidding. This was supposed to be a negative 77. Okay, so 77 and 14, negative 63. Divide by 21, we get y to be negative 3. Pick a 2 variable to plug them in. So x plus 5 times negative 3 is equal to negative 11. So x minus 15 is equal to negative 11. You add that 15, you're going to get 4. Plug those into a 3 variable. So we could do x minus 2 times negative 3 minus 4z is equal to 14. So 4 plus 6 is 10. Subtract 10. Divide by 4, we get z to be negative 1. So I do x, y, z.